I'm Chris Lawrence with their headlines from North Texas. We're following new developments in a massive warehouse the government was eyeing in Hutchins. The owner says it will not sell or lease the property for an ICE detention center, but here's the thing, it doesn't necessarily put an end to the government's interest. Here's Rebecca Lopez showing us what they could still do with it.
For weeks, protesters have gathered in Hutchins to protest after learning DHS was interested in turning a massive warehouse into an ICE detention center that could house more than 9,000 people.
The biggest concern is it's not meant for humans. It's a warehouse meant for packages.
After weeks of pressure from the community, Majestic Realty released this statement saying Majestic Realty Company has not and will not enter into any agreement for the purchase or lease of any building to the Department of Homeland Security for use as a detention facility. Pastor Eric Folkworth was among the strongest critics of the facility, questioning why DHS needs these large facilities.
Even if you want to deport that many people, why do you need that much detention space? This is unprecedented in our history.
2 other new facilities are opening up in El Paso and San Antonio, along with the others that are already in use here in Texas. Congressman Joaquin Castro recently posted about conditions inside the South Texas ICE Processing Center, saying many detainees have no criminal history. He also says his office has received complaints about medical care and overcrowding.
We have gotten complaints about, again, lack of access to medical care, about the food, about overcrowding, people not being able to access their attorneys or communicate with their attorneys or their family members.
And even with Majestic's announcement, an attorney that specializes in eminent domain cases says the federal government could still take the property under eminent domain.
But yes, if the federal government does not get what they want through negotiations, they can simply take the property simply by filing a federal eminent domain case.
That means while opponents are celebrating, we have yet to hear what DHS plans to do next, so it may not be the final chapter.
A man says he was randomly attacked and stabbed in the throat right outside downtown Dallas. He doesn't know what prompted it, and as WFAA's Luke Clary reports, police still haven't made an arrest.
You're still in a lot of pain.
Yes.
It's been nearly a week since a knife attack left Joseph Womack with this scar. He says the man who did it is still out there. Joseph has been homeless off and on for 10 years. He says a stranger asked him for a cigarette outside Our Calling Ministry. Then it turned violent.
He grabs my shoulder, spins me around with the knife in his hand, and just shoves it into my throat.
Joseph says the attack happened here in this liquor store parking lot on South Cesar Chavez Boulevard. He stumbled all the way to the Shamrock gas station on Corinth, his clothes soaked in his own blood.
And my skin was just hanging. Sorry.
Dallas police say they got the call Monday, just after 3:30. Quote, the preliminary investigation determined a man was cut by an unknown suspect. We reached out to the detective Joseph believes is handling the case. We haven't heard back yet. Do you think that this guy is capable of doing this again to someone else?
Yes, I do. He made it very clear that unless he stopped, he's not going to change his ways.
What's justice here?
Honestly, I went to church today and I have forgiven the guy for what he did. It's just I want to guarantee that he's not able to do this to anyone else.
That may be hard if police don't find him. In Dallas, I'm Luke Clary.
A group of Buddhist monks are back home after walking from Fort Worth to Washington, D.C. The trip captivated millions of people, and organizers told Brittany Costello it was all to promote peace.
The welcome home was glorious, but the journey was remarkable.
As a leader, I have to be strong.
For Venerable Bhikkhu Panakara,
Somehow it's given a lot of people hope.
he led a team of 19 Buddhist monks and his dog Aloka from Fort Worth to Washington, D.C. on foot. They set out in late October. They documented their journey on YouTube.
Our mission is very simple, to raise the awareness of peace to all the people that we meet along the road.
Traveling across 10 states, around 2,300 miles. 3 monks were injured along the way. One was hit by a truck in Houston. His leg had to be amputated.
really want us to continue this walk. That's when he said that I offer my legs to this walk for peace.
To help guide the millions of people watching and waiting.
I think that what these monks are doing is beautiful. I believe in the power of prayer and the power of intention, and I believe that what they've done is spread love and peace into our land, something that we really need.
A lesson.
Peace begins from within. If you slow down, if you take a break, if you stop doing from everything else, just to focus within your heart, within your breath, you will find peace.
That he says starts within.
Tell the universe that today is going to be my peaceful day so that no one in this world can mess it up. Only ourselves.
His hope is that others will be inspired to do the same.
This is something that they can practice every day to bring peace to themselves. And I say that if we can do this together, we can change this world.
There will be a special Walk for Peace ceremony here tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. It's when you can hear from the monks stories of their journey. The entire community is welcome. They will celebrate the Lunar New Year after that. In Fort Worth, I'm Brittany Costello.
You know, there are millions of homes in North Texas, but as Sean Giggy reports, while some may appear modest from the outside, step inside one, you'll find wall-to-wall cats.
Why throw that away? Somebody will get it.
As the owner of an estate liquidation company, Eric Uzelak makes a living.
Just like take one of those little screws.
Selling other people's stuff.
Yeah, that looks good.
But when he was asked to sell the contents of this house, nothing prepared him for what was inside.
I have never seen a collection that was this catastrophic, if you will.
The home in Arlington is a modest single story. But step inside and you'll find a story and a half. Eric says the homeowner, an elderly woman, had collected thousands upon thousands of cats.
I think I said me, wow.
She had cat mats, fat cats, cats in hats, cats for a mouse, cats on a blouse, merry cats, scary cats, cats for your head, cats for your bed, cats in the shower, cats every hour, cat switches, cat britches, cats on suits, and a puss in boots.
Excuse me, doll, I hate to do this to you, but...
And whatever this is.
She's a real sucker for a good estate sale. I often wonder if a real cat came in this house, what it would think. It would probably be like, what does she do to cats in here? You know, am I going to become a teapot?
When Eric let the cat out of the bag and posted the sale on social media.
Oh, this line got long.
A line began to form around the corner and down the street. People looking for some catisfaction, but no one needed it more.
Yeah.
Than Eric.
Sometimes look at it like the curator of all this was like spending this time like putting together a rehab program for me. It's kind of weird.
A couple years ago, while traveling, Eric got pneumonia and fell into a coma. Unsure he'd ever wake up, loved ones started saying goodbye.
It's still a little hard for me to talk about my coma.
When he woke up and left the hospital 10 months later, this was his first client, which Eric says was very cathartic.
It gave me an opportunity to kind of like pick up the pieces of what was left after I woke up.
He says the house and the reaction brought back a joy he'd lost. He got to know the owner and appreciate her oddities, including perhaps the most unlikely oddity of all.
There were no living cats in the home when she passed. There was only a little dog in the recent years.
And as if that wasn't unusual enough, you won't believe what's across the street.
The crazy cat lady had a little dog and she lives across the street from a mouse house.
A cheesy ending. Utter perfection.
I think she would approve.
In Arlington.
I think she would approve.
I'm Sean Giggy.
I can't even catalog all the puns and rhymes in that one story. And those are your headlines from North Texas.